senior colleague, Dr. Vijay Wardner, Mr. Ranasinghe, Deputy Governor, and my other colleague, Deputy Governor, Mr. Sirivardhana. I see a number of my assistant governor colleagues here as well. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me first say that it's a real privilege to be associated with this event. I think it marks a special landmark in terms of capacity building and education in the banking sector. BMS has already established its credentials as a provider of high quality tertiary education. And in my distant youth, Newcastle was known for coal, football and beer. But now clearly there is a very, very high quality center of educational excellence. The litany of achievements that we heard about Newcastle University, particularly its business school, was extraordinarily impressive. And now to have a relationship which provides our bankers the ability to have a pathway to access world-class training is clearly a major achievement for all concerned. And I think it's an achievement that deserves the highest commendation. Why is this so important? Clearly from a central bank's perspective, financial system stability is one of our two core objectives, in addition to price and economic stability. So that's a preoccupation that we are engaged with on a day-to-day basis all the time. And one has to be careful about saying this, because just when you say this kind of thing, something disastrous happens. And I think one can take some quiet satisfaction about the state of our banking sector. If you look at the various metrics, they're in pretty good shape. We're seeing a little bit of an uptick in NPLs, but by and large, the sector is in pretty good shape. And in terms of the Basel III standards, of IFRS standards, in terms of core banking systems, in terms of IT systems and cybersecurity systems, we have made steady progress. But one thing we must guard against, and it's a very dangerous thing to be complacent, is to think that this is a journey that has now enabled us to consider ourselves in a safe and secure place. Because we are far from achieving that, simply because there's exponential change. I mean, there's exponential change affecting almost every aspect of human endeavor. But the financial services sector is arguably the sector that is experiencing the fastest and possibly most disruptive change. With fintech, with blockchain, this is really a process which will require very high quality people to take our banking sector forward. We've done pretty well so far. The financial services sector is one of the most dynamic sectors in the economy. It has been able to attract very good people. But it's continuing these achievements that's going to be a challenge. For instance, we do have 26 banks, I think, and extensive branch networks. So we've got a tremendous amount of bricks and mortar. So how do we move from there to a system which is going to be driven more and more by fintech? And how does one make that transition in a stable and productive way? These new technologies are by definition disruptive. So how does one accommodate disruptive technologies in a stable way without creating instability in the financial system, which is the lifeblood of the economy? Efficient financial intermediation is crucial to achieve achieve a higher trajectory of growth and employment creation for efficient resource allocation. So these are all challenges that lie ahead of us from a pretty good and successful base, but nothing will guarantee success in the future without excellent people in our banking sector. So I'm coming a very long roundabout way to say why this partnership is so important. So as I said, BMS with its credentials and track record, and Newcastle Business School, University Business School, with its world-class knowledge base, clearly is going to mark a new chapter in terms of the future of the IBSL. The IBSL, I think, is very close to colleagues in the central bank. A succession of colleagues are ahead of it. Deputy Governor Rana Singh heads it now, and Deputy Assistant Governor is Karnaratna. And the central bank has done its best to nurture the IBSL. And so for all those who have been associated with the IBSL from the central bank, on behalf of them I'd like to say a special thank you for this opportunity that has been created by, again, a former central banker who is very much part of the partnership. As I said, my highly respected senior colleague, Dr. Vijay Wagner. So this is, I think, a new chapter for the IBSL. It has already done a great deal of very solid, good work in terms of building capacity in our banking sector. But this now, I think, opens up a whole new range of opportunities where a pathway is being created today, whereby our bankers will have access to world-class, cutting-edge knowledge in the financial services sector. So let me congratulate everyone who has been involved in this endeavor, and to wish all of you the very best in the future. Thank you.